How you doing? This is Carl Ramallo here. Just wanted to say hi and talk to you a little bit about a couple of things. Maybe just some of the things in your business that you go about and you're thinking on a daily basis. Just one of those things where you're kind of in a crossroads. You're trying to think, how do I grow my business? What do I do? How do I find good leaders? What makes a good leader? Well, for starters, leaders don't wait for other people to give them, permission to do something. They just do it. They accept responsibility, and for the choices that they make in life, and don't get sucked into the victim mentality syndrome, which is it's pretty much characterized by a persistent desire for people to blame other people for the choices that they make in life, and you get sucked into that vortex. The bottom line, leaders realize that the decisions make and all the responsibilities are theirs. They take full responsibility for any resulting failures, and that's some of the things that you probably have to do too as well. In the world of business, especially even in something like network marketing and sales, direct sales, leadership is a defining ingredient that separates the mediocre from the superstars. It's the act of persuasion. It's getting people, to see new perspectives, do things that they normally wouldn't do. It's about setting your ego aside, and about having the passion and the charisma, to have people follow you. And what do you do on a daily basis to have people follow you? Those are some of the questions you probably have to ask yourself. Leaders don't follow, they just do. Whether it's a family, whether it's in business, government, education, it really doesn't matter. You got to allow themselves to make their intentions and their accomplishments, and life responds to the ones that deserve and not to the people that need. The difference between excellence and mediocrity is commitment. So if you need to get somewhere in your business, well, you're going to reap. As they say, you reap, you sow. If you plant, you'll reap. So you really need to plant. You got to plant those seeds. You got to have a thick skin. There's no question about it. There's a lot of rejection involved in selling, in business, in the network marketing business. So if you take things to heart, you're always going to be upset. You're going to be defeated, quite in an early stage of time. You got to have that thick skin. You got to be able to brush off rejection and move on. I mean, it's just going to be so important for you to do that. And if you ever wonder why some people are, always able to consistently make money in networking while you might continue to struggle, or in your sales business or any business, you'll tell people, "Oh, I've tried everything." Well, did you really try everything? Nothing works, as people say. Does that sound familiar to you? I've seen people in dozens of companies where either they drop out faster than you can bring them in, or company goes under before they can get a check. So, what is that the people are making good incomes in networking, they're doing that you are not? Do they simply possess a certain quality that you lack, perhaps? I don't know. You can answer that better than myself. They're just super salespeople. So, you can't sell a chipmunk to a cat. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get lucky sometimes in your thinking and your patterns. And at the beginning of your opportunity, while you're there, that day before you get things started, always write things down on paper. I mean, some of the best philosophers I've ever worked with said, start your day on paper first, and it's true. So some people, I always ask people when I've interviewed it, I said, "Hey, did you ever look out? Did you ever have a super sponsor, or did you ever have somebody that's worked more than one network marketing company saying they've done well in all of them?" Well, maybe some people could hack that, and some people can't. So a leader's born or made, and those are some of the things that you have to ask yourself. Eagles don't flock. You can't send them to turkey school. You find them one at a time. The old adage states that leaders are in fact born. I disagree with that partially because anybody can learn how to become a leader and to be a successful one at that. So the key is learning. It's a process. It's an understanding, and formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. So it takes two simple acts to begin that process of leadership. And it takes the decision to become a leader. And it takes that commitment to see the job through. So you got to ask yourself on a daily basis, am I seeing that job through? Would you sponsor yourself? If everybody in your downline did what you're doing today, where would you be tomorrow in your business? Those are some of the things you have to ask yourself. Are people following direction? The old Pareto principle is that 20% of the people in your group will do literally 80% of the work. And that's the whole thing. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. We all know that. So if you ever wondered what's the difference between leaders and, let's say, a sales, network marketing, a direct sales business, and people want to struggle every day. Leadership means that you got to take action. And you got to take action every day. And there's got to be an understanding. In order for you to be successful, you have to take what you give every day and learn from it and grow. So when one's committed a leader, people are attracted to that energy of the leader. You know, I work with a gal Pam. She's fantastic. She's out in Georgia, and she's a terrific leader. I love working with her. She's a bundle of joy, a bundle of energy, and I believe in her passion. I see it. She's got great experience, and I just love being a part of a team. You know, and I know it's something that's often more felt than spoken, but going back to the leadership qualities, that the first step you got to take to focus off oneself and put it in the members of a good team, it's built around good relationships, and leaders know this. In success, you got to understand how to really, truly connect with people. People like to do business with people, that they like and trust, and that's the whole thing. You know, you have to allow people to learn that trust and begin to trust you. And when somebody really cares about them and success, it's going to grow. And that's something, it's going to grow from within and in your team. You can't teach that. So, help motivate your team and, stick with any directions that you get from the people that you work with, and be careful, to ask them how they want to be motivated, just ask questions, get some ideas from them. Never be too afraid or too proud to ask for advice. After all, isn't networking about duplication? Find ways to show people that anything is achievable if they put their mind and truly believe that they could achieve it. You gotta believe, you gotta have that passion. You gotta believe that you can achieve anything in life as long as you put your mind to it. I mean, that's one of the most powerful things. I mean, your life is a reflection of your dominant thoughts. That's what the law of attraction teaches us. So, what you put into your mind and what you think about constantly, day and night, it's going to manifest in its physical reality somewhere down the road. So being a successful leader simply requires that you never stop learning. Rarely does a good book or a good idea interrupt you. I've always believed the day you stop learning is really the day you stop living. So part of success is the preparation of the purpose. In business and anything they do, the day that you stop that business from growing, that's the day that you're going to stop, in your business, I should say, getting to where you want to be, if you will. 92% of people find that learning is really more of a confidence builder and enjoyable in their daily lives. So, I ask you, are you confident in your abilities? Are you happy where you're going? 65 to 75% of all the folks who buy even in network marketing, like generic network marketing leads, never call them, and that is an industry fact, and I don't know why. I don't know why you get involved in something like networking, buy leads and never call them. I go back and what I tell people a lot is, if everybody in your downline did what you did today, then where would you be tomorrow? Did you write down any goals? Did you have a business plan for yourself? Did you immerse yourself in learning the business and growing as a person? You really have to make that commitment. You got to have that edge. Does your passion for what you do come through all the people that are attracting that energy? You have to put positive energy out there, and you have to lead through learning. Life asks us measurable progress in a reasonable time. It asks you for that. So that's why, they make a fourth grade chair so small. Leaders know how to develop a successful business partnership with others, involving and directing the spotlight off of themselves and shining it on other people in their organization. You know, give the credit to the other people. They deserve it. You know, they have to believe that they can achieve something that seems beyond their reach, and you got to help them get there. You got to help them there by getting good coaching, by offering, encouraging, supporting, giving them an environment that helps them increase their willingness to try. You know, to be a better person than who they are. It's a wonderful thing to be a leader and constantly evolving and finding new ways to improve. But you need to offer those opportunities to them, you know, to the people that you're leading. And like I said, repetition is also important to leading through learning. The chances of a person retaining a concept that's been introduced to them dramatically increases the more they're exposed to it. So how often do you expose it to them? Are you just going to be able to use it the following Monday, let's say, or you're going to less than 2% of the people are going to be able to use that concept at all? People need to be exposed to a concept 6 times in the course of a week. 6 times. So how do they retain and you know that for 15 years? Well, I could prove this. I mean, look at a TV commercial. You know, who doesn't remember like the little gray hair lady yelling, "Where's the beef?" That was the old Wendy's commercial. Repetition, repetition, repetition is the key to success. You know, to be a successful leader, you got to be a lifelong learner. And the one that's indispensable qualities of leaders, you got to have that. It's the ability to make decisions quickly. You know, this one quality separates leaders from lesser ones. And you got to be there. You got to generally change ourselves in 1 or 2 reasons. Change is going to come from inspiration to desperation. Leadership is a thing by itself. It requires far more than ability. So you could acquire and learn leadership skills, but you have to invite yourself into it. You're not born with it. Remember, the ark wasn't built in a day, and Noah didn't have a plan for a great coach. So true success will only come from your desire to help other people to make a difference in their lives. And we all have 2 choices. We could either make a living or we could design a life. And one of the greatest presidents that we had, Dwight Eisenhower, he liked to show people how to be the best leader that they could possibly do and be, and how they function. And he would stretch a rope across the table. So you can imagine this. He would actually push a rope across the table. And of course the rope would crumble. And what would he do is he'd pull the rope and allow it to follow with his hand movement. So what they would do is that he said that this is what great leaders do. So to be great network marketing and business leader, you must know and show the way. Leaders, for some reason or another, know where they're going and how they're going to get there. They show people the way. And their example inspires others to follow. So remember, if you have no goals and you don't write them down, well, you never get to know when you're going to get there. I mean, you know, if you choose not to have goals, you know, while you're being a leader, then you're always going to be under the plan of somebody else that does. So the choices that you determine, your direction, ultimately success, is going to make choice of leadership and empower others to do the same. That's why you have to apply tremendous passion, tremendous enthusiasm. When you get into let's say, a home-based business, enthusiasm comes from the Greek word ethos, which means from within. So I ask you if it's in you. You know, do you recall the Gatorade ads from years ago? Is it in you? You have to ask yourself that, is it in you? So let me put it to you this way. You're standing out in a schoolyard, in a sandbox, when you're a little kid. And I go over and put one of the largest 4 diamonds ever in that sand. And then you see it, and you start mixing it all around. And you take a little tool, try to help dig up the diamonds. And as you're going crazy, you're going nuts, trying to sift. Your arms are getting in there, you're tired, you're ready to quit. You saw me put the diamonds in the sand, right? Okay, well, imagine all the people right now that are waiting to get involved in your program, that are just waiting for you there. There's diamonds in that sand in your business. You're just waiting to get in there, and they're within you. But you got to stay there. You got to keep on going through that sand. One of the greatest network marketing leaders that I've ever known in time said, have a goal bigger than you are. Mark Yanell was great. There's nothing wrong with failing, as long as you realize there's always failing towards success. Think about it. What other business could you afford to get into, fail over and over and over again, and not get fired? I don't know of any. So, you know, just hopefully some of these business things, philosophies and strategies will help you, you know, get a more clear, focused vision of where you want to go, what do you want to do in business. Regardless of what business you're in, whether you're a blogger, whether you're a network marketer, whether you're doing sales, whatever it is that you do on marketing. Always try to be the best it could be, but always learn. Never stop learning. That is the key. Be a sponge. Soak up the philosophy and the success stories. Facts tell, stories sell. So, and internalize these things and put them to use. Develop your own story, so you can have it to tell other people and so forth. And as you grow in your business, you'll be able to help other people become that leader that you were looking for. So hopefully some of these things will help you. Go to my website here. You'll see it on the bottom. You'll get some great tips on my blog. And if I could ever be of help to you, by all means, please give me a call. Love to chat with you. Send me an email. Visit me on the web. And hope you create yourself a great day. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Until next time. It's Ramallo. Bye-bye.